Welcome. You're watching Channel 9 in Fairfield. I'm Susan Kessel, and the Civic Center project is moving forward. We're going to share with you some ways that it's taking place and moving forward in our community right now. It's exciting. We have fundraising intense right now, pushing towards our goal, and we also have signed on with Merit Construction, and we have Kelsey Mullen from Architectural Workshop, and they're working together to on our plans in our next design phase. And I'm going to let each of you introduce yourself and who you're with.
I'm Gordon Parker with Merit Construction Company. I'm the chief estimator.
I'm Tom Amison with Merit Construction Company, CEO of the company.
I'm Kelsey Mullen, representing the architecture and design team.
Hi, I'm Scott Pantel with Merit Construction Company, a marketing sales representative.
So as you can see, we have a wonderful group here that are pulling together for the Jefferson County Civic Center project. Our board has been working on this project for several years. It's at an exciting stage. We're pulling together the last of the fundraising efforts. We have a lot going on, but we also have behind the scenes a lot going on. Kelsey has been our architect for and did programming several years ago, pulling together input from our community. All of this input has gone into our design, which we're very happy with. And so we're pretty far along, and we decided that we needed to bring on Merit Construction. Merit is a very well-known and respected construction group, well-known in our community. And why are you well-known? Because you've done several projects.
Yes, Susan, we've done several projects in Fairfield. We did the Public Library here in town, the Iowa State Bank building 6-7 years ago, the indoor pool probably 10 years ago. Probably one of the more recent projects we've done that's similar to this is we did the new Mahaska County Auditorium in Oskaloosa, which was a very similar size auditorium, joint public-private project, for somewhat similar, a little different, but yet similar too.
I know that we visited that facility several years ago and shared it with our community on FPAC. Wonderful facility. We loved it. It was great. It had a lot of components that we are looking at. So when we heard that you did that, that was just absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Well, we're very excited about your project. We're starting now, and Gordon is our vice president in charge of estimating, and we're working with Kelsey to get enough detail so that we can put together a real close budget estimate. And in the process, I'll let Gordon kind of explain that to you, but we're trying to get the most value for your dollars into the project. Another thing we're going to try to do is try to get as much involvement in gifts in kind, work in kind, with local contractors, local subcontractors, and suppliers. One of them I know is a local concrete company is going to be giving all the concrete to the project free. So we'll work closely with Johnny Johnson at Ideal Concrete to do that, and their local representatives. So, Gordon, you want to talk a little bit about this first phase that we're starting on?
The first phase that we'll be going through is what Kelsey's drawn to date. You can see a picture here, as well as there's some other plans that we have, and we'll work with Kelsey and his team to move through the initial budget estimating phase. And that will consist of the drawings to date, taking off quantities, looking at different ideas, talking with Kelsey and his team, and trying to get in our heads as much information as Kelsey's been working on it for quite a while now, so that we understand what needs to go into this building and the different elements of the building. And so we'll be working through that process here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, and coming back to the board with numbers on the budget based on what's drawn to date, as well as other ideas that we'll come up with going through this process.
Now, Kelsey, several months, over a year ago, you are connected with the Architectural Workshop out of Colorado, and
Correct.
You had some specialists come in for the theater, for sound and different things. Why don't you tell us about those?
Well, with every architecture project, you end up bringing in consultants that assist with the design. If it's engineers that help you size structural members of the building, or if it's more specialty individuals like acoustical engineers or theater consultants. And in this project, that's what we did. We got into a relationship with some very good theater consultants that are also from Denver, and they visited Fairfield to talk to the board and present design ideas about the auditorium. With them was an acoustical engineer who talked a bit about how to design this space on the site that it's on and make it function as people would expect an auditorium or a high-class theater to function. And that would be eliminating sound and vibration. One of the things that this individual did was go and visit the site and measure the acoustical happenings on the site. And when I say that, we're talking about the train, we're talking about traffic on 2nd Street, the clock from the courthouse. And by measuring all of these sounds, we now know how to build the theater to keep all of them out, how to construct the roof so that the sound from the clock bounces off as opposed to bouncing in during a performance. So it was very important.
I was very impressed when they came to town and did all this calculating, you know. It was very impressive that this went on. And I also want to mention that this facility is designed, all of the input from the programming, from special groups, organizations, and individuals in our community. It is very, very flexible and designed for our community's use. We're very thrilled with the way it's come out so far, with the way it ties into the courthouse across the street.
Yes.
The design is absolutely wonderful, and we know that there will be some changes, as in all building projects, but the basics we're very happy with.
Super.
And Scott, tell us how you are involved in this project.
I've been with this project, following it for about 2 years now. And of course, we just got signed on here recently. First of all, I'd like to say for the auditorium and your exhibition center, I'm going to reiterate, it's a great location downtown. And you're going to get tourism in here. You're going to get a lot of activity that this city, town hasn't seen. And I just think it's super for the community and the surrounding communities as well.
Now, you're from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
You live in,
Iowa City, Iowa.
but you're very familiar with Fairfield and all that it has.
Yes, as Thomas said, we have done several projects, not only in this community, but we also build in eastern, southeastern Iowa, so we know a lot of the communities from Cedar Rapids, Iowa City down to south, so we know a lot of the businesses and things about the community, so yeah.
So that's a real added plus. And like I said, you are a very well respected and well known group in our community. I've never heard a single bad thing.
That's wonderful.
So we're very happy to have you signed on for this next phase of our design. I know that Kelsey's giving you a lot of input to put together what you're going to be bringing to us. Is there anything else the community would be interested in hearing?
Well, Susan, just to say a little more about our company, we have workmen living all over southeastern Iowa, and our project superintendent that would be running this project lives just outside of Brighton, which is just north of here, and actually did the library and I believe the pool. The pool. So he's used to working in the area. We draw our workmen here. We'll work real hard as the project gets designed to try to put together packages where we can involve local contractors as much as possible. That's always a goal we try to do when we move into a community.
That is absolutely another reason why we went with you, is because that was a number one goal that we had, is to use members of our own community to help build this project.
And we'll make that happen. You know,
We think that's very important. It is for our community. We want our building to be built by our community members, and we are receiving many in-kind contributions, and like you said, Johnny Johnson with the concrete
It's big.
Yes.
is very big.
Yes.
We welcome that, and we do have many others that are stepping forward right now. It is our fundraising time, and we're trying to close in on our last dollars that we need for this project. We talked about groundbreaking, and I said that you might see some activity there late spring. Kelsey, your plans are going to take some time after we come to the conclusions.
They will. Basically what we have so far is about 90% of the building. We basically, at the end of schematic design, which is what we have that the pictures represent, a very good understanding of the function and the program and the spaces of the building, but we also need to bring it home and finish the design and incorporate the mechanical systems and complete the construction documents that will be used during construction. We're looking at about 6 months to finalize that. Maybe a little bit earlier would be possible. And the good thing about working at this point with Merit Construction and being a team moving into the design, development, and construction documents is that we can work together during the final design phase, and it will end up making a very efficient process as we get into the construction, and less downtime, less questions during construction because we've been involved
Change
for so
orders,
long.
yes.
Less change orders, exactly. And it's a very important relationship, and it's great that it's happening so early on.
So when I said late spring, actual construction will not begin until probably fall.
That's more realistic.
Yeah.
Probably more realistic. We would take from February through July to complete the plans, and then the month of August is when we would actually put the packages out for bid and get the other contractors involved, and then the actual construction would probably start around 1st of September. We may be able to do some clearing possibly before that. I know there's still some buildings on the site. There may be a possibility of that. So you may see some activity before
Yeah,
September,
yeah.
but
We're
the major construction,
Of course, I'm pushing it. It's been a long time.
we'd love to get started sooner, but
A lot
there's
of
a
things
process.
do have to fall into place.
Right.
We're working with CAT. There's a lot of things in that area that have to fall together and pull together, and we're working on all of that. We're excited, but we do have so many things all at once that we are working on that we wanted to share with the community, so we want you to feel a part of what's going on. This is for you. It is a gift to our community from those that want to participate and can participate in the fundraising. Exciting. We have a new category called Pioneer, which is a level that you can contribute from $25 clear up to $500. And then we have the categories of bricks for $500, $1,000 for an auditorium seat. We still have namings left for rooms or partial components of the building, a naming. But right now we're calling it the Jefferson County Civic Center. And it is a gift to our community revitalization. We look forward to a lot of things that will come along with this project. We're very excited to share this with you and to have Merit Construction and Kelsey with Architectural Workshop involved in this project and helping pull it together.
Well, Susan, I can say all of us at Merit are very, very excited about
Yes.
this project. We love to do work here in Fairfield. It's just a great community, and it feels like home. You know?
Oh, good.
And so we're going to work hard to try to bring this in within budget and get you the most value for your money, and make it run smoothly, involve local contractors as much as possible.
Well, I think we're very fortunate to have connected and started this process.
and Kelsey was right, to bring the board in and to work as a team it's very critical, and it's vital to the process. And Kelsey's done an excellent job to date with us and with the board. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. A question for you.
Yes.
Once this is built, do you have like the first item lined up to who's going to be in there, or what do you vision?
Well, you know, we actually have talked about that already. We have a few organizations that have wanted to book it already. That's exciting. We've talked about bringing in some big headliners. We have connections, so many connections in our community of individuals with famous people in their family or friends. And you never know who's going to show up on stage.
That's right.
We've also talked about bringing back hometown local talent. We have a lot of
Yes.
talent that has grown up in Fairfield, moved away. We can invite them back to be on our stage. There's so much. The imagination is
Yes.
the only thing that limits you from what can happen and go on in this facility. It's designed for our community.
Susan, one of why I asked you that question is Tom and Gordon are from Cedar Rapids. You have the Paramount. I'm from Iowa City, which is Hancher, and it's just used weekly, and it's very good for the community, and I really believe that and feel that way.
We have so much going on in Fairfield. It is unbelievable. Having a facility like this for them to stage more productions, have more going on, bring more people in, become more of a regional place that people want to come. It's awesome.
Yes.
And we're talking about revitalization. I know that someone told me, a realtor told me, that if this facility is built, he had 2 people that wanted to move into the community and open a business
Really?
already.
It's
When the sign went up, that's very encouraging to help promote. We have so many restaurants in our area. They can come here and cater to events that are going on.
right. It would help your economic development and growth.
Exactly.
Sure.
So there's a lot to look forward to in the community. We've got a lot going on. We're excited. This is a project that is going to happen. We're moving forward, and that's what we're sharing with you today. So thank you. I hope that you will join in our efforts, feel a part, make a contribution, be excited about what's going on in our community.
Yes.
Thank you to our guests for coming all the way down today
Thank
to
you,
share
Susan.
with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you
We've
very
enjoyed
much.
it very
Thanks.
much.